Alright, time for the Mercenaries additional orders, the factory, the only level with 2 areas, and I'm going to show you how to do it with Chris, Carl, and Alcina. So, I believe that you can be at this area as Chris Redfield with only 30,000 lay, so I'm going to treat 10,000 as 0, so that this is replicatable for you. And if you've seen my previous runs, usually I'll sell my rifle ammo, my Dragoon, and my flash grenades. This time I'm actually going to hang on to the Dragoon, and then with my money, I'm going to buy a single hand grenade and max out the power on my handgun. And then I am going to shortcut my hand grenade, because I've been forgetting to do that sometimes. And in the previous levels, the castle and the village, I've been kind of wishy-washy about the grenades. You know, I don't really use them. There are some areas where there's just a bunch of enemies, and it's like, yeah, if you have a grenade, just chuck it. In this area, we are going to use them a little bit more strategically, so definitely hang on to those if you can, or you might run into some issues with some of the heavier armored enemies a little bit later on in this area. But for now, it's all smooth sailing. Just take out some lichens. There should be one more coming down the stairs as well. There they are. Grab this flash grenade. And here you can either shoot that barrel as you come up to take out this that hauler and that lichen, or you can wait until the soldat approaches to kind of save some ammo dealing with them that way. Move into a room with 2 large lichens. Luckily, Chris's handgun, very adept at taking these out in terms of popping the helmets, and they just have really big heads. So we pick up our 3rd hand grenade. We are going to use that one as well. And here we are at 18 out of 64. That's the appropriate number of enemies that should be dead. Take out this Maroika, pick up your handgun ammo, be on your merry way. And we move into this room with the haulers and the soldat. You can take out that soldat before he busts down the wall. Oh, there we go. I like to wait until he takes it out so that I can just run in here without needing to run around, get the sort of direct path to the time bank. Get some rifle ammo. And be on my merry way. 24 out of 64 does mean you've killed every enemy in the upstairs, and you are free to move on to the next area. This hauler is inconsistent. Sometimes they make it all the way to the end of the hallway. Sometimes they're right around this corner. And then this lichen is usually at the bottom of the stairs. I was waiting there to show you something, so we made it a little further up. Then here, we're going to take out this lichen and this hauler. Reload as we run down the hallway. Now, I'm not going to grab this power-up. You should. They're very fun. I just don't want you to think that this run is power-up dependent. And then after you get it, you're going to turn around and take out this lichen that's barreling down the hallway to maintain our combo. Come over here and bang a left to take out this hauler as they're standing up. And then I like to take out the soldat Eins before running up here to grab some trinkets. We get a large crystal, get rifle ammo, and then come back down here. You can actually stay up there and shoot the lichens and the soldat Eins through the cage if you want. I just didn't do it this time around. Try to avoid the body block, get some of these. 34 is where you want to be. Grab the power up, bang to the left, and there will be a lichen huddled up in the corner so that you can maintain your combo while grabbing a time bank. Now this next area is a little confusing. This is where you're going to have to fight all 3 daughters, and there's a few fodder enemies in a few spread out places. You just want to make sure that you're getting all of them. The sort of timing on the sisters is a little inconsistent. The first one will always be followed by a soldat Eins, and then the other 2 sisters, sometimes they'll come down together, sometimes they come down a little more spaced out. And you just kind of want to weave in the fodder enemies as you take out the sisters. They don't even always come down the same staircases. Sometimes they'll come down that one. Both of them come barreling down here. I'm just going to reload before the second sister gets here. There she is. And if you need to, there is sort of a safety enemy over here in this Maroika that's down on the ground. So grab this ability and take them out if you are looking to maintain your combo. I like to go up this staircase. And the Maroikas, sometimes they'll make it all the way down. I don't know what exploded. Oh, there's a barrel. Oh, okay. That's really good. That's really good. So 49 out of 64 is where you want to be. And then you can take out this Maroika. And this is where we equip our hand grenade, as there is a Panzer. I forgot to reload again. I have almost full, so we're good. And that is where we use our first hand grenade. And I come over here, take out this Maroika on the ground, re-equip the hand grenade because Strum is over here, and Strum requires 2 hand grenades to kill. which is why we needed all 3. And then Strum actually takes quite a while to die and will body block you the whole time. So that's when you want to come around and take out this Marika, as well as the one that is around this corner here. Sometimes she hides a little bit. I believe that was Strum exploding, so we can move on. Now there is a hauler on the ground that will not spawn until you move into this room. So if you're looking to keep your combo up, don't look at the ground, see that enemy and say, oh, that's just something that blew up by my hand grenade. No, that is an enemy that has to wait until you get into that room to spawn to keep your combo going. And then from here it's smooth sailing. You know, we take out all of these haulers and we've got the perfect run. Now you've got a bit of money here to play with, and you've got a lot of options on how much money you actually want to have. You're not going to need all of this handgun and rifle ammo to finish out the run, but I'm going to assume that you want to keep all of it, and I'm going to buy 2 target locators, max out the reload speed on my handgun, and then with the rest of my money, I'm going to put reload speed into my Dragoon.
Good day, then.
And I am going to shortcut my target locator so that I don't forget later. And switch back to the handgun. In this first area, you are going to have 6 enemies, 2 Soldat Eins, and 4 haulers. Fun fact about the Soldats, because when I shot the other runs, I was still like learning all the enemy names, and I kept saying the wrong Soldats. The Eins are the ones with 1 drill and the heart on the front. Y is 2 drills and the heart on the back. Jet is fully armored with an exposed heart, and Panzer is fully armored with no exposed heart. Just a little fun RE Village enemy trivia for you. We're going to move into the Lycan archery room. As long as you keep running and gunning, you shouldn't get hit with an arrow, but you're not really at risk of dropping your combo here, even if you do get hit by one. There's a lot of pillars for these to randomly get stuck on. You might have to like do a little bit of jiggling, but should ultimately be fine. Let me come over to these 3 Lycan archers. And then the only enemies down here are Soldats. So I'm going to throw a hand grenade. I like to see if I can line up 2 of them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It worked that time. And then there's 1 more Soldat on the left, as well as 1 more Soldat on the right. The one on the right comes out swinging, can kind of catch you off guard. Sometimes he's closer than that. Now there is a power-up over there. I don't grab it. I think it's just a little bit far out of the way, but what you can do is just run to the left, take out that Soldat, come back to this one after you get it to reset your timer. Then there's this Soldat here with their heart completely exposed, so they're a pretty easy kill to keep your combo going. And then this hauler that's on the ground, 23 out of 51, that's the magic number to move on to this new area with more and more Soldats. And after you take out this one, we're going to switch to the target locator, as there is a jet here at the bottom of the stairs. And 26 out of 51, the magic number. And we're just going to come around to the left here, down to this hallway, take out these haulers, reload, because right after we get this time bank, there's a Soldat's Y here. But we don't have to run around for them, we can take them out on the wall. Move into this room where there is a hauler. Move over here to take out this Soldat Eins. And then rather than going up this staircase, I like to go for this one, where take out that hauler. There's 2 more up here, but first, I'm going to grab this extra time, and take them out, take you out, reload this, then use it. So here, very important, don't kill that enemy. Run straight to the left. We're going to need that enemy for our combo a little bit later on. If your combo is running low, just shoot the barrel immediately. And then this is kind of just a free-for-all of Soldats coming out of both the left and the right, accompanied by a bunch of haulers. Don't be afraid to switch guns if you need to maintain your combo. You're just as weak to your fully upgraded powered pistol as they are to your rifle. Then you can grab all the money. 44 out of 51 is the magic number. Then we want to switch back to our target locator, as there is a Panzer. It's going to be a bit of a problem if we don't take it out right there. And then this is why you leave this enemy up, so that you can take them out, grab this bank, and then run up here where you will have 5 Flaming Morika in a last room. And if you're lucky, you can get the barrel immediately. I thought there was a barrel in there for some reason. There's no barrel in there. Maybe I'm just used to throwing grenades straight in there. But then it's going to be 51 out of 51, and that should be a triple S. Nice. Alright, moving on to Carl Heisenberg. The loadout that I like for Heisenberg starts with Speedy Swing. Then, gonna get the maxed up charge rate on the saw blade, as well as 2 levels of power, as that is all that is necessary in order to one-shot Lycans with a body shot and 2 charges. And then with my last bit of money, I'm gonna hit the electrical charge rate and the power of the hammer. I'm gonna enter the area, and then equip the saw blade, as it doesn't always auto-equip. And I like to use my hammer on the opening enemies, because a charged up hammer makes it look like you move faster. I don't know if you actually move faster, but honestly feeling like I do is good enough for me. There's that 2 charged body shot I was talking about. Grab a bloody ruby crystal, a little trinket, sell for later. Ooh, he running. I'm just gonna slam this Lycan. 8 out of 64. Sometimes you'll be at 9 out of 64. There's a Lycan that comes down that staircase. Sometimes he makes it in here before you move to the next area. Sometimes he follows you upstairs. And then here you can either hit the barrel immediately, it'll take out the Lycan and the hauler, or you can wait until the Soldat shows up so that you just get a little bit more value out of it. You know, taking out a sort of large enemy there. And then as long as you are in a 1v1 with a large Lycan, you should always be winning with your hammer. Just kind of staggers them. And then yeah. So this is the Lycan that did not enter the boiler room, but was in that stairwell. Sometimes he'll follow you into this room. And should be at 18 out of 64. Sometimes you'll only be at 17, as he'll get stuck in the staircase and won't be killable until you start to exit the area. He's a little finicky. Usually he'll either follow you in that room, or you can take him out in the boiler room. I like to wait for the Soldat to take out the wall here, because I like to get the streamline into... Anyway, I like to get the streamline into this this time bank, because it's like the main reason we're in this room, right? I'll charge up my hammer on these haulers. I'll grab the Pigeon Bloody Ruby. Then there's another hauler. Sometimes they make it all the way to the end of this hall. Sometimes they are right around the corner here still. But that Lycan will always be at the bottom of the stairs. Move over here where we take out this hauler and this Lycan. And then we run to the end of this hallway, where I'm not going to grab the power-up. I recommend you do. They're just a lot of fun, but I don't want you to think the run is dependent on any power-up. And we're going to take out that Lycan to keep our combo going. Run down to the bottom here. I like to take out the Soldat first, because they expose their heart after they finish taking out a wall. You do have to hit them in the heart, though. And if you don't, then you can just go ahead and use a charge. And then fully charge up your saw blade to take out this hauler. Come up here, get some trinkets. And unlike Chris, you can't stay up here. See, the saw blade doesn't go through the wall. So you do have to get back down there and fight everyone. But it's fine, they're not too much of a threat. It's just a couple Lycans and a Soldat. Grab all of this stuff, bang this power up, come into this room, and take out the Lycan hiding in the corner. And now this is going to be one of the more confusing areas. This is where you have to fight all of the daughters, and the direction that they come from and how often they come together varies a little bit. The first daughter will always be followed by a Soldat Mines, there it is, and the other 2 daughters will sometimes come together. If you need a safety fodder kill, you can head into this closet, and there's a Morika sitting on the ground that will sort of just keep your combo going for you, as well as there's a power-up in there. So I'm actually going to take them out now, and then slam the last daughter. 46 out of 64. Sometimes the Morikas will come down, sometimes they'll stay up here. Generally, throwing the saw blade at that barrel will get you to the 49 out of 64. Sometimes one of them will like make it to the other side. But it's a pretty small area. You can usually hunt down the last one before losing your combo. After taking out this Marika, we want to move fast. We want to equip our flashbang, come over here, immediately chuck it, re-equip the saw blade, start to go to town on this Panzer. If you are worried about losing your combo, then you can back up and use the slam so that you take out this Marika that's over on the floor. And the reason we're not using our jet is because we need to use it for strum. You want to make sure to not be like right here, because your jet actually will just get stuck on the corner and not take out strum. Now strum's death animation is so long that we get to come over here, take out this Marika. You need to enter the room before this hauler on the ground actually spawns to keep your combo going. You'll actually, yeah, right there. And then you can get this power up. You can come back out here and make your merry way to the end of Area 1. That, and then quick little rip onto a barrel, and that's Area 1 for you. Now, the amount of money that you have varies a little bit. I'm usually off by like 2,000 in either direction, but you want to get Iron Will, SOS. Finish out the power on the saw blade, and then prioritize the electric charge rate on the hammer. Don't forget to sell all of your trinkets so that you are rich. And then, yeah, usually have enough to get to this point. Sometimes you'll have like 0 money left, sometimes you'll have a bunch. If you need to, you can sell some flash grenades. We do have 8 of them, so not exactly hurting for them. So we move into the second area of the factory where we're going to have 6 enemies initially. 4 haulers, 2 soldat ions. And you can run in there, and you start swinging with your hammer. You can stay over here. It's really up to you. The soldats don't stagger as easily as some of the other large enemies, so they're a little bit riskier to just get in there with your hammer on. But again, we are at the point where you no longer one-shot with 2 charged body shots on the Lycans. Now here I actually will use a flash grenade. Really, just... I don't think that actually worked the first time. Mostly just because it's annoying to have to deal with all of these while they're shooting at you. And I don't really have any other use for flash grenades, so I'm fine to use them there. Sometimes you can line up all of these at the same time, sometimes you can't. Got it on that one. And then you're going to come down to 4 soldats. I like to use the jet immediately, because we do have an enemy that we're going to need to use it on in a minute here. It's actually less than a minute. It is pretty much exactly the cooldown of the jet, so you can use it to take out a couple of the soldats, just to save a little bit of time if you want, and then it'll still be up for when you need it. Come through here, grab this time, charge this up, hit him right in the heart before he even gets up, and then continue to charge up your hammer on this enemy. So as you can see, the jet should be coming up any second now, which is good because, yeah, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to just drop it. 26, perfect. So sometimes you will actually send it back far enough that you take out this other enemy, but I don't want to take it out because I want to show you how to kill it if you didn't take it out, which is this Soldat Zwei that's hanging up here. So you walk up to the cage, you go auto, auto, and then a slam, and that will take it out if you did not manage to pick it up with the residual of the jet. Then we move into this area where we have a hauler, pick up this power up, take out this Soldat. And then we are going to backtrack a little bit. Not really backtrack, just kind of go to the other stairwell. Because there is a time right here to the right. Not that it really matters, but, you know, I like to get them all. Then try to line up a charge onto hitting both of these. I don't want to use the charge from my hammer yet because we're going to come out of here, immediately bank all the way to the left, ignore the enemy that's right there. And this is just like a free-for-all of soldats. So I like to have my charge once I get up here. because they're just going to more or less continuously spawn from the left and the right. And I don't think I hit anyone with that. And you don't want to use your jet because you are going to need to use that as you go to leave this area. There's going to be a Panzer at the bottom of the stairs, so you don't want to use it up here. You might have enough time if you immediately use it, but honestly, I haven't tested that. And then once everybody stops spawning is sort of your, okay, yeah, you can leave now. Sometimes that'll one-shot him, sometimes it won't. And then that is why we left this hauler here, so that we know that we have enough time to get up to the next area. And it's nice that our hammer is charged because all of these enemies are just kind of stacked together, so just drop it on. Sometimes it'll hit all of them, sometimes it won't. And that'll be how to triple S with Heisenberg. New record. Alright, on to Lady Dimitrescu, who lately not my favorite character for a few reasons that I'll get into right after I get through this loadout with you. So, Thrill Keeper, and then we're just going to prioritize thrill value on the lady's nails and then upgrade power as much as they will let us.
A good deal.
So, Lady Dimitrescu has some frustrating play patterns. First of all, you are 12 feet tall. It's cool, it's gimmicky, I really don't mind it, I get it, I think it's kind of cute, but you do have to, especially in this area, constantly crouch and uncrouch to get through doors and in areas, and there are certain moves that you cannot do while crouching, including choke slamming and throwing the ornate fixture. So there's going to be an area coming up where I have to like try to push back an enemy to crouch and uncrouch to get through a door and choke slam them, because when you're crouched you can sprint and that will stand you up and start sprinting. You cannot do the same thing with a chokeslam, even though, as you see here, it, like, causes me to sprint. So that's just, like, one of those things. But taking out all the enemies, usually, yeah, I was going to say the insect horde should completely one-shot any of the lichens. And then here, we're just going to wait for this soldat to come out. The other frustrating thing about Lady Dem from a walkthrough maker perspective is that, hold on, this is the part I was talking about, where, like, yeah, getting through that door sometimes and chokeslamming this guy can be a bit of a pain, but because you're melee, you aggro enemies that no other character aggroes, and so they'll walk in ways that they don't walk for any other character, and it can kind of throw off the run and make it take a lot longer to develop a path for her. And it's not even like a new path, it's just like, oh yeah, you have to like hang back for 3 seconds because this this Marika just went on a leisurely stroll instead and is not where she normally is for everyone else. Oh, something I just found out 5 seconds ago too on the run I was doing before this is that I can actually tear down walls. Oopsie. Yeah, I can tear down my own fences. Wait, where is he? Okay. I couldn't see him. They were kind of blending in with the background. 24 out of 64 enemies. That's where we want to be when we start moving on. Don't forget to crouch through the doorway. This Marika made it all the way to the top of the stairs. For the other characters, they're like all the way down, which makes sense. Lady Dimitrescu just has a slower clear because you have to get into range of everybody. You're not just running. Like, I think Chris easily has the fastest clears for the most part because you can just kind of like run and gun. Now this is where we are going to get a little bit of a deviation of pathing. For the other characters, I would go to the right, I would go and get that power up, and then I would turn around and take out this lichen from a distance to keep my combo up, but because I don't really have good ranged moves, I need to actually go this way instead and take out this hauler. And now you can still get the power up here. Let me take out this guy. You kind of have to book it, and it does get a little dicey. So you would grab this, you would turn around, go through here, and you would chokeslam somebody. But it does get a little dicey. I think you get to like 11 or 12 seconds, and you've only got 15 between kills. So it is possible to drop your combo there if you are going for that power-up, which is a little scary. And again, I am just not grabbing power-ups because I don't want you to think that the run is dependent on them, but I still want to show you how to path towards them. Now we get into probably one of my favorite areas for Lady Dimitrescu because when you're pathing, it's really hard to drop your daughter because my checkpoints kind of get thrown off in that I don't know what enemies she has killed, which ones she has left, where I need to walk to find them. But this area is small enough that you can usually just find whichever enemy she did not kill and take them out. So as long as you know your checkpoint, which in this case is going to be 49, then you should actually be good. And the last time I did this, she didn't end up killing her sisters, yeah. So I know what enemies are still hanging around. Just ornate fixture, the two of them. Looks like, okay, still, there's one enemy missing. I'm hoping, yeah, it's this Marika right around the corner. I thought that was a Marika. I was a little confused. Then I'll take out this wall, because I can do that. And I'll run over here to this Soldat Panzer. And I'm actually going to crouch down and take out this Marika just to reset the combo. Because Strum is just around the corner, I don't want to use my ornate fixture here. I want to use that on Strum. Thank goodness you came around. Okay, so that was enough to take out Strum. Now the issue I have is one of the Marikas. Okay, this one's still here. That's really important. Strum takes like 10 to 11 seconds to die, maybe even longer. And you can't do anything while he's body blocking you. And because you don't have ranged abilities that go through units, it can be difficult to actually kind of get done what you need to get done. But luckily that Marika was still hanging around in the back. And that's another reason that like you can't summon your daughter there. You might not have, like if she gets body blocked by Strum as well, you're in a bit of trouble in terms of like using your combo. But we managed to do it. And move on to Area 2. Now here, I am going to get none of these. I am just going to start upgrading my Ornate Vanity, starting with cooldown time. And then I'm going to power up. I don't need that. I need damage on my claws. I also have quite a few treasures to sell. And then from there, I'm probably just going to get like power on my insect swarm because there is an area with the lichen archers, and that's not a bad spot to summon the daughters either, but I don't know if they're going to be active at that point. So again, gotta get our ass beat apparently.
What next?
So 6 enemies start things off here. Once this guy goes down, maybe it's 6, yep. Okay, so you can run there, and you have to re-crouch. I imagine I can run through this area, but I have to crouch through the doorway anyway, so I'm not going to bother. I feel like I always miss that one. Grab this ability, and then you can't even, like, use the ornate fixture, because it's just going to, like, explode on impact with one of these, so I will summon a daughter. Take them out. I don't want to sit here and wait for my bug cooldown every time. Get them, daughter. Yes. Slaughter. Murder. Get this one, too. Yes. Yes. Murder. I can take out this one. Okay, or you could get him. That's fine. I didn't want to get him anyway. Now, I should be good to Ornate Fixture as soon as I turn this corner, because I will need it for the Soldat Jet, but it should be back up off cooldown by then. I did get the reduced cooldown on it. Whoopsie. So there should still be 2 Soldat Mines to my left. Took that one out. Okay. Yeah, I think my insects got stuck on the dying body. The body block on the insects is relatively annoying, but... Oh, you actually drew aggro. Okay. Usually he's standing right here. That's what I mean by, like, a lot of enemies are out of place for Dimitrescu comparative to where they are for other characters. Usually that guy is still standing still. I don't know if it was something I did or if it was just by virtue of me taking too long to get through that area that he did come out to play. But so again, you cannot crouch and use your Ornate Fixture, but you do need to crouch to get under this staircase. And then... I actually like to just come through and take this guy out. The other characters can get him from the back, but I don't want him to like, get hit twice, get off the wall, and then I can't get to him. And you do have enough time to take him out and then run over and keep your combo going with these. 29 out of 51 is the proper breakpoint, so we haven't missed any enemies. No weird spawn problems. I'm going to come up here, take out this soldat, and then turn back around to... Get over here. Thank you. Go up this way, crouch through here, take out one of them, and then grab this time, turn around to take out the other. Body block there. And then run through. I'm just gonna throw my running fixture. I'm not gonna play around with potentially losing my combo. And then here we want to immediately bank to the left. And then this is sort of another safe area to spawn your daughter. You're just gonna, be up here for a while. Nope. So, like, you're in a contained area. You know how many enemies you need to kill up here. It's just summoning a lot of soldats wise. Sorry I got quiet there for a second. I was trying to figure out what I was about to do to make sure I didn't drop this combo. But, yeah, you're just taking out a bunch of soldats so you can summon the daughter. You know how many enemies are here. You have the ornate fixture up. 44 out of 51 is when we are done. It looks like she's actually already going to town on the soldat Panzer that comes up here. Take them out, and then take you out. And that is why we left them here, so that we can keep our combo going as we head into this final room, where we are just going to chuck the ornate fixture to ensure that we keep our combo, because you do need to duck to get in the room, and you cannot fixture while ducked. So there's a chance to drop your combo there. There's a lot of, like, sketchy areas for her. But that is triple S.